Alright. What is up? What is up? What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another and hopefully informative video for you guys. First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, wondering what we're all about here, we're all about just achieving financial freedom, be it starting your own business is what we're actually going to be talking about a little bit today. How I'm using Facebook ads, of course. I mentioned this in the previous stream. Using Facebook ads to promote one of my just kind of side businesses that I'll do roughly 2 to 3 days a week to make an extra, what did I say, roughly, it looks like now about $300 a month, if I remember right, roughly $200 to $300 a month, somewhere around there. And how I started out with a Facebook ad with less than $100, only $40 to be exact. You can see right here, $29.72 so far out of 40 spent. How I'm using that to get customers, and how you can determine if it's worth investing in for you, because for most of you it is. If you're in any kind of service business, if you're mowing lawns, I know we have someone in here, Mauricio, I believe, has like a roofing business. If you provide any kind of service to people, if you're selling stuff, even for those of you that want to be like what do you call it, like huge YouTubers or anything like that, like you can get your personal brand out there. Facebook ads, Instagram as well. Instagram's really good for those of you looking to create like a personal brand. Twitter as well. I haven't used Twitter before for ads, but I heard that can be really good too. But today we're just going to be talking about Facebook ads specifically. We also talk about stock market, of course. That's what this channel has been really focused on, of course, lately. And of course, most of you that know are in the know with this channel, you know that we will get back to that eventually. It's just, again, grinding, getting to that 25,000 before I seriously start trading again. Once I start swing trading, once we get moved and whatnot, I'll start swing trading. I'll have more videos about that coming up. But for now, I'm just going to kind of do more of like business inside videos, all that good stuff. I know there's a lot of people that aren't into Facebook ads but don't know exactly how to get started and if it's worth investing with a small amount of money. And I just wanted to tackle that right now. You can see I have 2 messages that I didn't even know about. I didn't get a notification, so I need to get to those ASAP. And by the way, I meant to mention this already. Sorry if like you can hear my fan. It's actually 108 degrees right now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like scorching hot. I think that's a record they said for today. The previous record was like 106 for this town. But yeah, so I mean, it's like stupid hot, no matter if you have the air conditioning on or what. How's it going, Josh? Good afternoon or good evening. I bet it's afternoon where you are. It's almost evening where I am. But yeah, I mean, I gotta have the fan on. It's hot as hell in here. It's hot. It's just stupid hot. But yeah, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. You can see, I'll go ahead and just do this. I'll just say like view results first and foremost. So you can see my ad. I mean, it's super basic. I have my girlfriend make it. It's just me saying I only charge $10 for my most services. If I travel more than 10 miles, which I rarely do, most of the time I turn them down. But if I travel more than 10 miles, it's an extra $5, so it's 15. But for the most part, $10 for first service, and that's actually a really good deal. I'm like barely even making money, but again, we talked about it. It's what Gary Vaynerchuk preaches. If you have to work for free, obviously I'm not working for free, but the little amount of money I'm making on that first service, I'm essentially working for free after gas, time, cost to keep up on your tools and whatnot. But I'm getting my foot into customers' doors, essentially. Every single customer that has messaged me was like, they pretty much said straight up, like, I'm looking forward to giving you a shot, because they kept saying because the price point for that first price is so good, they're at least going to give me a shot at the minimum. So again, it's all about getting your foot in the door, and then once you get your foot in the door, actually deliver. Don't do half-ass work. Don't like just look for that $10 and then move on. I mean, I wouldn't anyways. $10 is not hardly worth the time. But again, it's all about getting your foot in the door. But as you can see you are targeting men and women from 25 to 65. Why did I do that for my audience? Again, you don't even want to start advertising. I don't care if you're doing it on Facebook, Instagram. I don't care how good your business is, any of that. If you don't know your target audience, and chances are if you don't know your target audience, then you don't even have a good business, let's be real. But you have to know your target audience before even considering doing an ad, guys. Like, so for mine, for example, why did I do ages 25 to 65? 25 is almost too low, but I sat there and did the math. I was like, you know what, most people only go to school for about 4 years, so let's say they started at 18, 19 years old. That's 22 to 23, so that gives them a couple years to start making money in their career and whatnot. I know most people that are going to have the money to pay for a lawn service weekly or bi-weekly at the minimum, which is usually 100, sometimes 200 plus a month. Those are going to be people with well-established, like, good, decent money, not somebody that's making like 25, 30,000 a year, just scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to make ends meet, obviously. So I did 25 to 65 plus, and then you can see I have my one location within 10 miles, and then 7 interests. I think here we go. So you can see exactly what all I tagged. I tagged their interests would be like grandparent, retirement, wealth management, wealth, income, obviously lawn, home, garden, all that. A recent mortgage borrower. Why did I say that? Because people just moving to the area. Luckily, Dallas is the area, the Dallas metro area in general is the area where tons of people are moving here. So with that being said, when they're moving, chances are they're going to be looking for what? Lawn care people. So I did recent mortgage borrower, recent home buyer, new mover, and the education level I did in college, because obviously some people could have graduated but going back to school to get another degree or something. So I did in college, college grad, high school grad, because let's be real, you don't obviously have to get a college degree to be wealthy. So I just did at least high school grad, some college. You can literally target so much here, guys. I did 40 to 49,000, which is slightly pushing it for lawn care, but I have 2 customers actually where I can tell they probably make closer to 40,000 a year, but they're still willing to pay 20 bucks a week just for their front lawn to be mowed. I did one this morning, actually, a new customer. I can tell he's probably not, I don't even know if he's working in all honesty, but all he wanted was front lawn mowed, weedy. It's going to take maybe 20 minutes or so, and I'm making 20 bucks. 20 bucks in 20 minutes is not too bad. I would have normally charged 25, but I'm nice when it comes to stuff like that. It's not all about money all the time. But again, 50-50. I mean, you can just see you can target literally everything. And now, if I remember right, Facebook did tell me that in the future you will not be able to target stuff like income and stuff like that. But I mean, might as well take advantage of it while we can. So I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to actually targeting. Again, you just have to know your target audience. I cannot stress that enough. And then you can go in here and see you can edit it while you're still promoting, of course. I'm not going to, but you can literally create a new audience. I don't know why this Mizzou audience is in here. This was from like a page that me and my uncle were running. I mean, you can see it'll tell you approximately how many people. This might not seem like a lot of people, but why is that? Because when you first start your ad, you'll see you can target. It'll say like your ad will reach thousands of people, but then as you slowly chop down your target audience, it goes to like hundreds to a couple thousands. Obviously, it depends on how much you want to spend. Like if I wanted to spend like 75, you can see it goes up quite a bit. But I just wanted to start out with something small, again, just to play with it and tell you guys straight up if it works. And obviously it does. I've gotten a few page likes, which isn't a huge deal. Like I said, I mean, I can message them at some point, or they might be liking the page just to save it as a reference to be able to message me later. You can see you got 4 reactions, which isn't a huge deal. I don't know if I have, yeah, here's like how the mobile looks apparently. It just kind of tells you what it would look like. That's the thing too, is whenever you're creating these ads, you need to make sure to do good dimensions. You can search that on Google to super search quick. I forget the exact dimensions, but for the Facebook ad to look good both on mobile, desktop, and apparently Instagram feed as well. Okay, yeah, I didn't think I had it on Instagram, but yeah, just make sure to get your dimensions right, or else it can look really crazy. Kind of like if you do your title photos, or not title photos, cover photos, wrong. So pretty much, yeah. I mean, so what do I want to show you guys next? I think I want to show you guys like results. That's what it's all about, right? So you can see out of 2,300 people, that's turned into 5 message conversions, meaning that people have directly messaged me like through the ad. I can tell you guys that I've gotten a lot more than 5 messages. I think I've gotten about 10 total, because I already have like I think now possibly 7 customers that will be weekly, and then another one that's bi-weekly. So I'm actually getting close to the point, because I don't know if I mentioned this the other day. I did get a job, and I'm starting Tuesday, technically Monday, but I'm starting my first full day Tuesday. It's 4 days a week, so I'm at least gonna have 2 to 3 days to do this. But I don't work Sundays ever. I mean, like, I do kind of like with YouTube and whatnot, but I kind of take that day just as like a family day, a rest up day. I still do some work on the computer and whatnot, but I do not go out and work on Sundays. It's just something of me. Some people might think it's dumb, but it is what it is. I'll work 5-6 days a week, but I'm not working 7. I did for a long time, but I'm just not anymore. It just is what it is. But I'm getting to the point now where I might have to start declining, like be a little bit more picky about customers that I take. I've taken 1 or 2 lawns that are pretty big that take close to 50 minutes. And when I'm doing this on my quote-unquote weekends, and especially as hot as it is, I like to be done usually around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes 2. Today I got done at around 11. I only had 2 lawns to do this morning. I was done back home like at 11:30. It was already 98 degrees. But so I know on the mobile app you could view. It showed me. Sorry about those dogs again. It would show me. Oh, don't want to be showing addresses. I want to figure out. On the mobile, it would tell me how much I paid per customer, essentially, and that's what I'm trying to find on here. It's a lot easier on the phone. I was going to do this stream from the phone, because I found out on iPhone you could do this, like record your screen and whatnot, but pretty much, I'll just tell you guys straight out, it was telling me that for each customer conversion, like message conversion, I spent roughly $7 per customer, and this is like what I really wanted to get into. When is Facebook advertising worth it? Once you get your target, like pretty much this is what you have to do. Obviously, first get your target audience. 2, figure out how long you're gonna run. When's the perfect time to run your ad? Because I wanted to run my ad starting on Sunday, but then I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, well, people are gonna click my ad and then see that I'm closed Sunday, and they might just forget about me and then move on to the next thing and then just forget all about it. So I started my ad Monday morning, and then I did it for a 5-day ad. So pretty much, I think I did it Tuesday, actually, not Monday. So Tuesday through Saturday, I did a 5-day ad, knowing that people will see that I'm open most of the time whenever they see me. They can still obviously message me whenever. I've gotten messages in the middle of the night. But is $7, you have to do the math, is $7, even $10 worth paying for a new customer? In my case, yes, because literally, after that first service, I essentially paid for the customer. I pretty much paid to get the customer, like paid that off, and then, like in my niche specifically, most of them, I'm charging close to $30. Let's just say on average, on the low end, $25 per lawn. On the lowest end average, $25 per lawn per week. So if each customer makes me on average $100 per month, is it worth paying $10 to get in front of that customer, essentially, and being able, because like more than likely they would not have seen me or even heard about me if it was not for Facebook ads. And let's be real, nobody pays attention to print ads anymore. I mean, you can throw them on windshields, put them in people's doors. 99.99% of people do not care about those kind of flyers anymore. But Facebook ads, if you are placed in front of, I mean, think about people like Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, people that Gary Vaynerchuk, even too, people that spend tons of money to be placed in front of you every single day on Facebook. You probably watch those guys a little bit more than you ever would have if you even heard of them before them being placed in front of you, right? And you probably spent hours on hours watching some of their content if you're like me. So you have to do the math and figure out and I'm not saying it's going to be $10 for everybody, like, oh wow, it worked for him, it only cost him $7, $8 per customer, I'm going to go do a $40 ad and get me like 5-6 more new customers. I mean, it all depends on your niche, on your target audience, the timing that you place your ad, and then obviously the quality of your ad. And to be honest, the quality of this ad is not, I mean, it's good. Like, I mean, it looks good, it's professional looking, like there's nothing wrong with it, but like, I mean, it's just a plain Jane ad. It just says just $10 for your first loan service. Why? Because we want to earn your trust in business. Message or call now for details. And then you go to my actual page. If we go to the actual page here, I mean, you can see the page is just a plain Jane. Literally, my profile picture is the flyer that I had made, and I mean, it's just a plain Jane page. I don't have like anything posted other than ads essentially and profile pictures and stuff. I have one repost that I shared about killing weeds. If you're interested in learning how to kill weeds, this is a really good one. Oh, apparently my battery's going dead again. I'm notorious for that, huh? But it's just so easy. Somebody just got home. All the dogs are freaking out. But I mean, literally, there's nothing, like, if you're someone that's building a brand, you would want a lot more content on your page, obviously, before posting an ad. So you just have to take it by your niche. Like, you have to know your niche. If you're, again, this whole video and like the Facebook advertising is probably geared more towards people that are more in the service business. Like I said, construction, lawn, like landscaping, any kind of service where like you go to people's homes, do stuff for them, because a lot of times people don't care what are on your Facebook page. They just want to see that, okay, this company looks pretty legit. I'm gonna go ahead, call them up, see how much it would cost, at least get a quote at the minimum. And then once you get, again, it's just all about getting your foot in the door and capitalizing from there. So I know I didn't like go like super into detail. I mean, it's really not that hard. It's pretty simple, guys. Like, I literally did this Facebook ad in about, I mean, my girlfriend probably spent 20 minutes making like the actual ad that you see, like this picture and whatnot, if even that. I think she spent about 15 minutes, if even that. So spent that time, and then I spent maybe 10 to 15 minutes on the actual targeting, like picking all the incomes and new mover, like all the demographics and whatnot. But overall, I mean, from start to finish, probably 30 minutes to create a Facebook ad, and then, like I said, $40. $40. I've been placed in front of almost 2,400 people already. I've gotten apparently 2 more new messages from possible customers that I need to look into, and I've already gained, on top of that, let me check my customer list. I use the app Square. You guys know I love Square, the stock too. So far, I have, for weekly customers now, where I had 0 going into this week, by the way. I had no customers at all coming into this week. Or I think I had one customer. So, customers that are weekly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 weekly customers. You take that times the average of $100 per customer per month, that's $600. Like that, per month, off of a $40 ad. So at the end of the day, you just have to sit down, do the basic math, and you'll see it's definitely worth it. But if there's any questions or anything, I haven't even like checked the string quality. See how we're doing right now. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog growling too. I see we got 2 of you watching. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you guys are having a good week as well. And then you can see here 20 post clicks, 17 other clicks, 3 photo views. I don't know why anyone would view the photo, but whatever. A love, a couple likes, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. $40 pretty much turned into, at the minimum, $500 to $600 per month through the lawn care season, which down here lasts clear into October, maybe even early November from what it sounds like. So to me, it was definitely worth it. But again, just go out, try it. If you don't have $40 to spend, even try something just like, I would say at the minimum start out with $25 for an ad, because $25 you're only probably going to be reaching, I would say, depending on where you live, 1,500 people. And I think out of 1,500 people, you should at least get a couple customers. So if you're working on a really, really tight budget, I would at least try to squeeze out $25. I think you can definitely get at least 2 to 3 customers at the minimum with that. But again, it all depends on your niche. This obviously, like I said, is more geared towards people in like the service industry. Now, people that are more geared towards personal branding, If you guys want me to, I can do a whole nother video on that. I can dive deep into it and try to build my own personal brand, try to build this channel a little bit. I've actually been thinking about doing that for a while. I wasn't really good with Facebook ads before, but this is like my first really successful ad. I've done, like I said, a few of them with like t-shirt ads and whatnot, but I've never done like a personal brand ad, so I might consider doing that. If you guys want me to do a video on that for building personal brands and whatnot with like Instagram ads, Facebook ads, all that good stuff, let me know in the comments. But hopefully this video did help you guys that are in the service industry when it comes to Facebook ads. I definitely think it's worth it. If you got 25 to 50 bucks, go ahead and try it, and let me know in the comments how it works for you, if you've done Facebook ads, how it worked for you. We can get a good discussion going about what worked for us, what didn't work for us, and just kind of try to learn off one another. But and then also the Discord group chat, if you're not in there already, I definitely suggest you guys joining. It's like one of the first couple links in the description box. Totally free. Everything with me is totally free. I don't charge for anything. So I'd love to get a conversation going in the comments as well as in Discord. I'll probably have a video again maybe over the weekend, if not sometime early next week. I'll do an update on paper trading. Those of you in Discord probably know what all I've been investing in, JNUG and stuff like that. It's been kind of a crazy week for the metals, but I'll have a video about that possibly here within the next few days, for sure early next week. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there and making that money, covering your profits, and achieving some financial freedom this year. Don't let anyone tell you can't win. But I'll see you guys next time.